Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome you to the press conference for the annual Lunar New Year Festival. This morning, I wanted to introduce our Mayor Pro Tem, Hans Leung, who will be the Master of Ceremonies for this morning. Hans.
Thank you, Robert. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Good? It's really an exciting time, as it is every time this year when we celebrate our Lunar New Year Festival here in the city of Monterey Park. I'd like to begin, first of all, by sending some remarks from our mayor, Mayor Chan. As you know, some of you may know, he is representing the city of Monterey Park in Washington, D.C. right now for the U.S. Conference of Mayors. And so given that I, as Mayor Pro Tem, am serving in his stead today at the press conference, he wanted to wish everyone a Happy New Year, and he will be here on Saturday for the opening ceremonies on Garvey. At this point in time, I would like to introduce some of our council members that are here. They'll be speaking in a moment, but I would just like to introduce them first at this time. We have Council Member Mitchell Ng. We have Council Member Stephen Lam. We have our City Clerk, Vincent Chang. And also, I'd like to introduce members of the BID Act. Two of the members are here, and as you know, throughout the years, the BID Act has been the one that's been involved in helping coordinate this event. So today, we also have Josephine Louis here from BID Act. We have Mr. Jin Jiang from BID Act as well. And while the BID Act has been involved many years in coordinating the Lunar New Year event, World Journal for the past 8 years has been collaborating with the city of Monterey Park to be presenting our Lunar New Year Festival. And for those of you who have attended over the years, I'm sure you could see that the collaboration for the past 8 years with World Journal has been very successful, and every year, as you can see, the festival gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And before we have him come and speak, I would also like to introduce the president of World Journal, James Guo. As you know, the Monterey Park Lunar New Year Festival has been in existence for over 20 years. And as the years have progressed and the different partners have come along, we've seen much success. As you know, over the weekend, we've seen on regular over 200,000 people in attendance throughout the entire weekend. So for those of you who don't know, this year is the year of the boar, the pig. We will be saying goodbye to the dog and hello to the boar on Saturday. Now, at this time, other than the welcome, I'm going to have our council members that are in attendance to come say a few words. We will also have Mr. Guo speak in a little while, as well as thank all of our sponsors. So at this time, I would like to introduce to you our council member, Mitchell Ng.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Hans Leung. My name is Mitchell. I'm a city council member, past mayor of the city of Monterey Park, and I want to welcome you here to the press conference as we announce our celebratory event for Lunar New Year Festival here in the city of Monterey Park, which is going to be on the 26th and the 27th, the Saturday and Sunday of this weekend. As you know, prior to 8 years of the participation of World Journal, we had difficulty with prior organizers. And it was my suggestion while I was on the city council, knowing that the World Journal had their own festivities on Monterey Pass Road, that I suggested to the staff that we should maybe allow World Journal to help us coordinate this event and be one of our co-sponsors. And along with the Business Improvement District, we, for the past 8 years, have had this festival, which has been very successful. And I just want to draw your attention to an insert that is in the World Journal today and will be in the World Journal on Saturday and Sunday. It's the map of the venues, and I was told, and inside the newspaper will have the food descriptions of the 52 vendors that are going to be participating in our event. So take a look at this. There's some being passed around, but it will be in the inserts of the World Journal today and also on Saturday and Sunday. As you know, it's the year of the boar. And a lot of times, you know, when you read a description, and sometimes I see it on the table mat of a Chinese restaurant. And my wife is a tiger, I'm a rabbit, my son's a boar, which is this year, and my daughter's a sheep. And sometimes when we read the description, we think, well, they're interchangeable. They kind of all sound the same. But there was one year my daughter read the description of the 4 animals that represented my family. And what was scary is that it was so distinct and so detailed, and it so represented my family. I said, you got to keep that one, because for some reason, somebody figured it out. I don't know how they came up with 12 animals, but just by focusing on the boar is someone who is honest and sincere and courageous, sometimes humble and easygoing. And I've always told, since there's 12 animals in the Chinese zodiac, you have to be careful when somebody asks you what your animal is in the zodiac sign, because they can figure out how old you are, because you're going to be in increments of 12. You're either 12 years old, 24, 36, 48, 60 years old, 72, and it goes on. So be careful, because knowing the 12 animals and where they lie on the zodiac sign, you can go plus and minus and figure out how old you are by just giving basically the indication of what animal you represent on the zodiac sign. But once again, I want to thank all of you for coming to the press conference, and I hope to see all of you on Saturday and Sunday here in the city of Monterey Park as we celebrate the richness of the Chinese culture here in our city. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilmember Ng. You know, as I was sitting down, I was seeing that World Journal has these awesome little boars. So for those of you that are here, if you can grab one, you know, I think we have some on the front over here too. Now, I would like to have Councilmember Stephen Lam come up to say a few words. Stephen Lam.
Thank you. Good morning. Welcome all of you to be here for this press conference for this year's Lunar New Year celebration. The city of Monterey Park celebrates Lunar New Year, celebrates cherry blossoms, celebrates Cinco de Mayo, and celebrates all kinds of activities here in this so diverse culture city. We're so successful on hosting and partnering with the World Journal and BDAC for this event for last 8 years. I remember when I was in BDAC as a chairman for 6 years, vice chair for 1 year, and 1 year as a member. And we started to clean up downtown, put those benches and planters and flowers, and improved the downtown to be clean. Now we hired a company called Chrysalis, and they came in and cleaned up 5 days a week. So you couldn't find the cigarette heads around the ground and corner of Lincoln and Garvey. That's the place we usually found a lot of rubbish and trash. But now you can tell it's totally different. So I want to thank BDAC for your effort. And then we have a BDAC person here. I was former BDAC chair for 8 years, and I became planning commissioner, and then I got elected 2015 as a council. So I involved in city's business for more than 15 years, in fact. I'd like to have Josephine and Jean Jack please stand up to be recognized. And we do have Johnny Johnson. He's not here today, and I appreciate for their hard works. The Lunar New Year Festival is one of the biggest event outdoor in Los Angeles County. Now you can see more city they have it, but nothing compared to Monterey Park. So I will urge the citizens who live in Monterey Park or around Southern California area come in and enjoy and eat and play for that 2 days. You can spend New Year's here. You don't have to go back to China, Taiwan, or Hong Kong, Macau, Philippines, Indonesia, Japan, or Korea. We got all variety of the food. So our fire department even eat the stinky tofu, chou tofu. And it smelled bad, but then after they tasted, they said tasted very good. The second year they were looking for, where's the chou tofu, the stinky tofu. I have never eaten those, but then I like to try this year. Okay, so welcome and join us this year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Councilmember Lamb. You know, over the years, in terms of us having, I don't know if you know, we have the largest Lunar New Year celebration in the nation. And those types of things don't happen by themselves. There's a lot of teamwork and a lot of a collaboration. So at this time, actually, before we introduce some of our sponsors, I would like to finally, for our elected officials, have our city clerk, Vincent Chang, come and say a few words. Vincent?
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Good morning, Happy New Year. My name is Vincent Chang. I'm the city clerk for the city of Monterey Park. But besides that, I am also a board member for the Greater Monterey Park Chamber of Commerce. So on behalf of all the businesses here in Monterey Park, I want to thank the World Journal for putting on this wonderful event, because we're going to have hundreds, if not thousands of people come to our great city, number 3 city in the USA to live in, right? So for those who are coming, I want to make a point to invite them to be sure not only just visit all the vendors, but also visit all the shops along the side of the sidewalk as well. You'll be surprised as to what you will find. There are not only great little shops that are run by small family members, family operations, as well as larger companies. But I want you to be sure, try the food, okay? We have some wonderful, we have a tendency to think of Chinese food together, right? But the thing is, you'll find in Monterey Park wonderful differences from different regions. So give them a try and be sure. Remember, there's 2 days, but then you can always come back afterwards to do that too. So have a wonderful, great weekend. Look forward to being there. And thank you again, World Journal, for putting this event, as well as to all the sponsors who are helping to make this happen. Thank you.
Thank you, City Clerk Chang. As I was saying earlier, a lot of these efforts are not single people doing it. You have a whole teamwork of people. I had introduced earlier members of the BIDAC, the Business Improvement District in that area, that have many years worked to collaborate with the city and bring this event to all of our members. So at this time, let me have both Jean and Josephine come up. We have Jean Jiang and Josephine, and I don't know which one wants to speak, but if you would like to say a few words.
Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you very much for coming and join our press conference held by City of Monterey Park and give us an opportunity to represent ourselves. To piggyback all the council members saying about the year of the pig, I just want to add little bit things on it, because we are looking a good year this year, because you know how the pig feature is. You never see a skinny pig. So the pig will be very fat and full and very healthy. It means our year will be a very fortunate year. In Chinese we say 過肥年, 過一個大嘅肥年. So this is a very good symbol of the year of the pig. And also I would like to thank you, Council Member Stephen, and with his foundation and set up for the BDAC, we could be able to continue for our improvement for all the merchants. We have 300 merchants, and we welcome all the merchants and come and give us more comments and suggestions so we could do better every year. Jean?
Thank you for everyone to come here, and I wish you, all of you, have a good year to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Josephine. Before we bring up the president of World Journal, I'm going to take this opportunity right now to thank our sponsors, our major sponsors. We have many sponsors. Our major sponsors, first one, U.S. Bank. Would you like to come up and say a few words? Ann Liu from U.S. Bank.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. I'm Ann Liu from U.S. Bank. Really honored to representing U.S. Bank here to celebrate with all of you here. U.S. Bank is definitely a proud sponsor for the Asian community. This year, again, that we are really proud to be the key sponsor for the Monterey Park Lunar New Year Festival, again, to celebrate with everybody. US Bank has over 200 branches in Greater LA market, and we have over 3,000 branches in United States. My company is definitely committed to serve our Asian community. We have invested and given $2.9 million to our community to sponsor our Asian community. And also, we have our employee devoted over 8,000 hours to our to service their community as well. This year, that not only that we're proud to sponsor the festival, we are also design Chinese Lunar New Year calendar and red envelopes available at our branches to celebrate our Lunar New Year's. And at the festival this weekend, I know that this is our second time to sponsor. We are definitely excited, and we are creating a lot of prizes to offer our visitor on the weekend, and we have a lot of good prizes on the Lunar New Year celebrations at our booths. And not only that, we also have our photo shooting booths that having a Lunar New Year themes to have all the visitors to take photos with their friends and families to celebrate the special moments. Not only that, we also created a special $300 cash bonus checking account that just to celebrate our Lunar New Year's. So we welcome everyone to stop by our booths and or to our branches to get the Chinese Lunar calendar or new envelopes to celebrate Lunar New Year's. Definitely, I would like to thank Monterey Park City and more importantly, World Journal to host this great event. It's truly my honor to start representing my company last year, and together to celebrate all the Asian and Chinese friends and family at the important festival like this. And definitely, I have a lot of co-workers, employees. They are really looking forward to come on this Saturday. So I look forward to see many of you this weekend and together to celebrate the Lunar New Year's. And lastly, Happy New Year to everybody, and thank you guys for being here. 谢谢大家来参加这个press conference。那祝大家新年发大财，猪年福气满满来。谢谢大家。
Thank you, Anne. And thank you for, not only being a sponsor, but, just in what you're saying, being involved, having a booth, and actually having some creative ideas to be able to bring to our participants. Thank you again, Anne. Our next sponsor is Hustler Casino, and we have Rose Commissar.
Hi, good morning, everybody. It's really great to be here today. My name is Rose Commissar. I'm the marketing director for Larry Flint's 2 casinos located in Gardena, excuse me, Hustler Casino and Larry Flint's Lucky Lady Casino. We're so honored to be participating in the festival this year as Diamond sponsors to help welcome the Year of the Pig. So on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Flint, our management teams at both casinos, and all of our employees, I want to thank the City of Monterey Park and World Journal for inviting us to participate and for hosting this really great festival. We look forward to a continued and successful partnership this year. This festival is such a great event because it really just embraces the spirit of the new year and this wonderful, diverse Asian community that we have here in Los Angeles. We at the casinos, we feel very fortunate that a lot of members of this community visit us frequently and are very valued patrons. So we are really looking forward to participating and giving back to the community that patronizes our businesses. So at the casinos, to celebrate the new year, we are going to be having some great events, some prize giveaways. We have a couple tournaments, and of course, we'll have our traditional lion dances. So we hope you guys come out and see us. We'll be doing all of that on February 5th. And of course, we are, as I said, sponsors this year. So we will have some booths at the festival. I'm really excited to be there to see everybody. We'll be doing some prize giveaways there as well. We'll have our wheel spinning. We've got a great little Plinko board. And we'll have a bunch of offers to be giving out. So we hope you stop by and see us. We guarantee everyone will walk away a winner, and you won't always hear that from a casino. So we look forward to seeing you there. Again, on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Flint, we really appreciate you guys letting us participate in this great event. We hope you all have a wonderful new year. Shay Shay.
Thank you, Rose. And it's also great to hear that you're going to have a booth there and also have some activities for our attendees. And our final major sponsor today is from the CTBC, Senior Vice President, Amy Chen.
World Journal President Guo, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Amy Chen. I am the head of retail planning and strategy at CTBC Bank. It is our honor to be one of the proud sponsors for this event again this year. CTBC not only strives to support local events so that we can continue to grow as a community, we also provide a lot of support and with utmost excellent customer service to our clients and business owners in providing all aspects of financial needs. Thanks to City of Monterey Park and World Journal to host this great event to celebrate Chinese New Year and to share the traditional culture with the community. Lastly, I want to wish everyone a happy Chinese New Year and a healthy, happy, and prosperous Happy New Year. 仅代表中国信托银行祝大家新年快乐，诸事吉祥，谢谢大家。
Thank you, Amy, and thank you to CTBC for sponsoring our event. Let's, at this time, let's give a round of applause to all of our major sponsors. Now, at this time, as we had said before, we know that this collaboration, this function, this event doesn't happen without the work of many people. And as I had said earlier, we've had a very long 8-year relationship with the World Journal newspaper in collaborating, and the collaboration, as Councilmember Ng had mentioned, has been very positive and has grown every year, and it's really become a premier event here in our city that we're all very proud of. So at this time, please join me in welcoming President of World Journal, James Guo.
Thank you, Mayor Protem. World Journal is so glad that we have this opportunity to co-host this Lunar New Year event for 8 years. This is the 8th year, and we already get a big success. Some of my friends from another state say, "You guys are so lucky in Southern California to have such a big Lunar New Year event." I say, yes, we are lucky. We are very, very lucky because we have good weather, which is heaven, and we have a beautiful city, beautiful street here, which is land, and we also have people here who love culture and respect diversity. So combine those three elements, heaven, land, and people, so we got a perfect combination. And that's, from Chinese custom, we always say heaven, land, and people is a perfect combination. And here in Monterey Park, we have this perfect combination. That's why we are so lucky to be here and to have this successful event. But it's not only luck. It's not only luck. It's also a lot of efforts. A lot of efforts. So I would like to thank city government, city council, and the feedback. Without your support, without your efforts, it's impossible to have this event. And of course, we have a so great sponsor. With their sponsorship, then we have this opportunity to enjoy our Lunar New Year and introduce all the Lunar New Year culture and let everybody to enjoy together. So this year, we have almost 250 vendors, including 52 food vendors that will supply have all kind of different style, different taste, delicious food. So this weekend, please tell your friends, please bring your family. Let's get together. You know, Lunar New Year is for families. So bring your kids, especially we will see the special toy over there. Your kids will love it. So come and bring your friends, bring you together. Let's enjoy the Lunar New Year event together. This Saturday, I'm looking forward to see all of you. So let's have fun. Let's enjoy the Lunar New Year event and expecting a better New Year. Now, please allow me to say a few words in Chinese. 谢谢大家。我想今年猪年我们再一次在 Monterey Park 在办这个年节展。那么在这么大的规模的年节展，今年我们一样有这个差不多将近250摊的这个摊位，然后有包括超过50个以上的这个食物摊位、美食，所以大家绝对可以来这边充分的享受今年的这个过年，来享受年节的气氛，来重温这个过年的文化习俗。那当然在这里我还是要重复再一次呼吁提醒我们华人社区的这个亲朋好友，我们一定要展现华人的优良传统。我们过去几年我们取得很大的成功，因为我们都确实做到了安全，做到了清洁。我们今年再一次的，我们希望能够再一次的维持我们这个良好的记录、良好的传统。确实大家注意到安全，然后呢，我们要求做到垃圾不落地。我们一定要维持一个清洁干净的环境，希望大家能够充分愉快的享受一个年节展，同时也祝大家新的一年诸事吉祥，大家新年大发财，谢谢大家。
Thank you, James. And just for some closing remarks, you know, one of the reasons why we are the #1 city, ranked the #1 city in California, is because of the city's constant effort to bring communities together, to highlight communities of different cultures and different backgrounds, whether it be Cinco de Mayo, Lunar New Year, whether it's celebrating the birthday of our city. Monterey Park has always been active in promoting cultural awareness and sharing cultures. And Josephine had made a comment earlier about being a lucky year. And, you know, prior to our event coming up this weekend, we had very heavy rain, right? And we also had some heavy winds. And those have been things that we've been plagued by in the past couple years. But I think Josephine is right. In this year of the pig, as you could see, the rain is gone, the wind is gone, and at least at the last forecast I saw on the weekend, it's going to be a clear day for us all during the Lunar New Year. So with that, if there's any other, we have some, okay. Did you have a question? You know, on that, you'd probably want to speak to the city manager or the. We could talk about that in a minute. Right now, we're really. Well, I don't have the answers for that. I don't know if the city manager. Do you have any, in terms of the fundraising? Okay. You know what? I think you can speak to the staff on that, Dave, because I don't have any of the particulars, the amounts, or any of the contract language. But Inez is right behind you, as well as the city manager. You can ask them for the particulars. I can't. I don't have an answer for that. I don't think we're going to do that right now, Dave. I think that we're here to do a press conference to announce our event, to recognize the people that put money in to make this event happen. If you want to get the particular details, I think that the city manager, Inez, would be more than happy to answer that.
What is new this year in the festival that will bring somebody back who was here last year?
Well, you know, as the James said, there are going to be 250 vendors. They're food vendors from different regions of Chinese cuisine. I don't know the actual. You can look in the paper to have all the listings of the vendors and all that. Well, it has English as well, so you could look at that. So yeah, there's. Or if you have problems with that, you can ask staff from the World Journal to give you a translate. Well, you need to speak to them about that, Dave. Yeah. So Robert, you said that there's a. Are they ready for that? Okay, we have a special performance, if you will, or guest. To round out our press conference today for the Lunar New Year. Thank you.